6:48 here, back with your top headlines in our Sunrise Smart Start for Monday. 4 Rochester police officers are recovering now after chaos broke out between a group of ATV and dirt bike riders and the officers. Aran Spitzer live in our newsroom with the latest on that scene. Aran.
Yes, Brennan, this happened just before 5 yesterday afternoon. Officers say they got a call for dozens of four-wheelers, dirt bikes and mopeds along East Main Street. Additional officers as well as New York State troopers tell us they stepped in when one individual intentionally struck an officer with a four-wheeler, causing other group members to become, quote, even more reckless. A few weeks ago, News 8 spoke to RPD Captain Greg Bello about the presence of ATVs and dirt bikes on city streets. With more warmer weather approaching, the department has already confiscated dozens of illegal bikes and ATVs this year, and the traffic safety unit ramped up efforts on cracking down on these kinds of vehicles, leaving little room to take more in. Now, 2 people were taken into custody as a result of Sunday's incident, with a handgun found from one of the suspects. The officers injured are expected to make a full recovery. Brennan?
All right, Aran, thank you. Another big story. A couple of them we're following today from court. A man from Rochester linked to multiple shootings and a homicide is due for a hearing. Police tell us the 1st of September, 34-year-old Marlon Williams shot at 3 people standing in a driveway on 1st Street. No one was injured that day, but police did take Williams into custody a few days later. He's also accused of fatally shooting 24-year-old Shaquan Parker on Wellington Avenue in July 2022. RPD says Parker was the intended target. Parker had no known criminal record or affiliations, though. Charges for Williams cover murder, attempted murder, and criminal possession of a weapon. He's got a hearing in court at 9:15. The Rochester mother accused of beating her 1-year-old baby boy to death in January last year is due back in court this morning for what's scheduled as a plea hearing. Brysia Love is charged with murdering her son Amias and injuring her 2-year-old daughter at their home on Joseph Avenue. Love did plead not guilty initially at hearings to the charges, but now there's a change of plea expected when she shows up for that hearing at 10 o'clock. Also in court today, the man charged in connection to a deadly shooting in September here in the city. Police tell us 36-year-old Eric Leslie shot and killed 31-year-old Vernal Rose near Pennsylvania Avenue in North Goodman. Leslie faces charges of second-degree murder and criminal possession of a weapon. He's in court this afternoon at 3. A celebration of life held over the weekend for the funeral for the State Thruway Authority worker killed when he was hit by a semi earlier this month on 90 in Chili. Vinny Giamarva was a 19-year employee of the Thruway Authority, originally from Rochester. He was killed, another worker severely injured while in a work zone. He leaves behind his wife, 2 children, several ground children to whom he was papa. That crash remains under investigation. Troopers are handling this. The other worker is still unconscious in the hospital. No charges or tickets have been filed. News 8, your local election headquarters. The presidential hopefuls out on the campaign trail over the weekend trying to rally more support. President Joe Biden used his commencement speech to appeal to black voters when he made a campaign stop in Georgia, also made another one in Michigan. He addressed the issue that's overshadowing his appearance, the administration's handling of the war in Gaza. Both states were crucial to his win in 2020. Meantime, former President Donald Trump appealed to gun owners when he spoke at the NRA's annual convention in Dallas.
We've got to get gun owners to vote. I think you're a rebellious bunch, but let's be rebellious and vote this time, okay?
Today, Trump is due back in court in Manhattan for the hush money trial still ongoing. He does have campaign rallies planned in New York coming up Thursday. Mr. Biden has more planned stops in New Hampshire and Massachusetts later this week. A huge milestone for supporters of Daniel's Law, named after Daniel Prude from Rochester. State lawmakers announced legislation for the bill did officially pass through the Senate Mental Health Committee. This legislation, if making it through both chambers and signed into law, would implement a community-led and public health-based crisis response council for mental health cases. It is now being referred over next to the Senate Finance Committee. We'll keep you posted on that. Your Sunrise traffic updates here. 7 minutes to go until 7 o'clock. The view from the west side, everything looking good on our map from there. If you're coming in from Chili and Gates, east side 104 and from Wayne County, getting to Webster and Penfield, everything at speed as well.
If we're going to play golf today, should be a great day for you. Sunscreen, hats, yes. Stay cool out there. Drink water, low 80s for you. Next couple of days, we will get there. Tomorrow, yeah, Saturday. today. Just isolated storms for you tomorrow, and even Wednesday scattered. I think a lot of those get missed. But here we go, kind of gearing up for those summertime storms. Hit and miss, keep your eye to the sky. You know, you listen for thunder if you're outside.
Yeah, we had the practice last week, but it wasn't hot like this, but we had the afternoon rain and storms. We're back here in half an hour at 7:25 during CBS Mornings for more news and weather. Enjoy your Monday. Until then, everybody.
RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.